Great respected Sadhaka friends, welcome another day of trying our best to study Shastras and tune to the truth, to the Lord, to the Rishi Parampara. Salutations to you, gratitudes to you, congratulations, submissions, and together the prayers. लोकसेवक धर्मस्थापक विरागी भक्त शिष्य मुमुक्षु जिज्ञासु श्रोत साधक परिश्रमी प्रेरित प्रशांत गंभीर and the Samskrita Bhasha Jnata. These are the Vyaktitvas we try to strengthen in us with the help of the Brahma Tattva, Ishvara Tattva, Shakti Tattva, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, Shastra Gana. A good complete subject if we really are unbiased and subtle to understand these 13 plus 6 things. And to begin with, even if we mind these 6 and mind our these 13 personality layers, we are doing immense good to us as spiritual seekers. Think. Welcome to the study of Shwethashwathara Upanishad. We are doing the first adhyaya, every mantra being very subtle, very important, very crucial as an adhyatmika seeker sadhaka for understanding and getting convinced. The Shruti Mata, the Rishi himself is patiently explaining it. More patient is our Bhashyakara, trying to bring to our notice and understanding exactly what is conveyed in each mantra, how it is related to our spiritual sadhana and evolution. Hence, we are also trying our best to grasp maximum at this level of our ability of understanding, maturity, and upadhi sthiti. In this first chapter, every mantra beautiful. Now we are done with the seventh mantra. Eighth one we'll thoroughly have to study today. The subject matter in the eighth mantra is simple. कि उपाधिकृत भेद between Jiva Ishvara. At that level, do the upasana. Go beyond upadhis to see the tattva. This is how what exactly is happening, where we are bound, what is sadhana, what's liberation. These things, as they were said in the earlier to earlier shloka, mm, that the jiva is bound because of we were said no कि सर्वा जीवे then pruthagaatmanam preritaram chamatva. This is a bondage region. Justaha tataha tena amrutatameti. This is a moksha hetu. As was discussed there, here also we are guided in this mantra. So there is a beautiful bhashyam giving clear picture to substantiate the bhashyam and mula mantra artha, a beautiful relevances quotations from other shastras, Puranas also put in front of us for a very, very clear understanding. Like, in any of the sales and purchase thing also. Although we should not insult our Shastra Adhyana by comparing with it, for the sake of example, we are saying. Whenever a product is sold, all its researches, qualities, everything are put in front of the purchaser, the customer. There is a other register where the testimonials of the people who have utilized their remarks, their views. Nowadays, it is very famous in these things. The viewers, viewership, and what do they say? People follow it accordingly only. They look for it, whether I should go for it or not. It was always there. Even when a movie is released first day, the audience, their interview is taken to tell whether worthy or not. So this is nothing new. Earlier also, our Rishimuni tell the truth, explain it, and then they give the testimonials of it from other references of other Puranas, other Bhagyanis or Sadhakas, so that we are given little more data for us to both understand, us to both accept. Ultimately, what's required is we have to be changed into the Adhyatmika Sadhaka. This is the entire Uddeshya of all Shastras and Sadguru, because in that only there is Mukti. That is what they have experienced. That is what they want to guide. A wonderful shlokas, each one of them. Let us see what is there today from the Lord's side to bless us. Let us do before that our Sankalpa Prarthana, and before that, like every day, 5-10 minutes of our common sense thought. Our common sense thought is today absolutely what we are studying in general and studied yesterday and studying today in our this Upadhi. In our this Upanishad, that alone we try to analyze to refresh ourselves. There are only Narayana five, six things that are to be clearly understood and convinced. All our struggle is for authentic, correct, complete understanding, acceptance, avoidance. These are the only things we are struggling to. Right now, from last few years, we are at the level of struggling to understand. Once the understanding becomes stronger, little clearer, the next level of acceptance, it takes some time. Then comes the avoidance thing, which is actual sadhana, which is more intense when we need to do. So the five, six things categorically and ambiguously, clearly experienced and said by all rishis, the Mukta Purushas, unanimously, unequivocal terms in their writings of the books, in their teaching to the disciples, in their in general living and expression. These are the five, six things only. Very clear, undoubted it is. So simple it is. If that simple thing is understood and then accepted and avoided, we are doing great. Thing number one is Nirupadhika Brahma is there. Nirupadhika Brahma is there as me. Nirupadhika Brahma is there as me. Anubhuti is the moksha. See the clarity of this. Have we understood this? The presence of the Nirupadhika Sarvatita Brahma. He is the Satya. He is the Nitya. He is the Ananda Sarupa. He is already me. Abiding in him is the Mukti. This is what the first thing. On the basis of this only, the rest all discussions. Isn't it? That is what they are experiencing. Now, the second step, what? In that only, the second step comes. What is second step? If the Nirupadhika Brahma is there and we have to experience him for moksha, therefore, what is the obstacle? In the word only it is said. The obstacle is the Upadhi. See that? Sopadhika is the bandhanam, Nirupadhika is moksha, or Nirupadhika is moksha, therefore Sopadhika Brahman is the jiva who is bound. Therefore, we should understand the sadhana at the Upadhi level, that nothing greater than the greatest at the Upadhi level to transcend them. Isn't it? That's it, because Nirupadhika is the goal. What do we do to transcend the Upadhi? Should we kill them? Should we destroy them? Should we throw out them? Nothing works. Only one thing works, which yesterday very beautifully our Vasishtha was telling in our yoga Vasishtha Ramayana. Thank God that text in the evening, and also the Jivan Muktananda Lahari adding to our morning Upanishadic studies very clearly. Only one thing with regard to Upadhis is bring them to our manageable, controllable level to such an extent that we are able to maintain a specific relation with them. Bring or control or manage them and into such a way that we are able to have a specific relation with them. And what is that relation is? Only one, called as being witness or sakshi to the upadhi. उपाधियों का साक्षी बनने के लिए जो लायकपन लाना चाहिए उपाधियों में उसको ले आना. Bring the upadhis to that level where we remain as sakshi to them. That's it. And that sakshi is the Brahman. Okay. But why the upadhis are not brought into that level that we can remain as sakshi to them? Because these upadhis are very clearly got lost in the world outside. So simple. Then what is to be done when we are lost in the world? We cannot run away from this world. इसी में रहना होगा. We cannot again throw away the world. We cannot destroy the world. Then what is to be done when we live in this world? So that our next step of upadhis are brought to a manageable level to do the next step sadhana of being a sakshi to reach to the next level that I am that Nirupadhika Chaitanya Brahma. What is to be done is in the entire Vyavaharika Jivana, so many millions of things are happening in and around us, within. Towards all of them, when we again bring all of them to a level where we are able to manage a specific relation with them. And that specific relation is called sadhana, wherein we just become kevala drashta only to all that is happening. So दृष्टुत्व साधना करने के लिए किस स्थिति में लाना है हमारे व्यवहार को, उस स्थिति में लाना. इट्स ऑल आउटर. इनर साक्षित्व के स्थिति में आने के लिए किस तरह उपाधियों को मैनेज करना है, मैनेज करो. एंड देन आउटसाइड टू बी ए द्रष्टा, only one thing we have to do. What is it? Nirapeksha Rupena live in the world. If we live Nirapeksha Rupena in the world, does it mean that we leave the world and go away? You can't go anywhere. Then be there and exactly what is to be done, only that is done. That is called as the Dharma Vyavahara Dharma Acharana. Exactly doing that. Other than that, when there is no apeksha at all to the world, from the world, of the vastu, vyakti, anything, then the terrible agitations in us are quietened. With that quietened mind, we can just see everything that's happening. Yes, that's it. Isn't it? In your house, what is happening, neighborhood, what is happening, the town, what is happening, district, what is happening, स्टेट में क्या हो रहा है, नेशन में क्या हो रहा है, इंटरनेशनली व्हाट्स हैपनिंग, ग्लोबली व्हाट्स हैपनिंग, at the solar system cosmic level, there is something happening. What is our role? Dharma we are doing. Other than that, what is our next stage? We are drashta. Develop that attitude. To that extent, outer world's influence gets reduced on us. Then only we can operate on our upadhis. In the upadhi level also, they all have to be managed, integrated, calmed down, quietened down. उसको क्या करना है? That's what upadhi tadatmya, upadhi demands. They have to be reduced. Means trying to fulfill the demands of the upadhi that we have to reduce. Like the children, they go on asking. Doesn't mean we should give everything. We should, as parents, have common sense to know what they need, give only that. They ask why they are, they don't know. Even we need not know. You don't deserve or need it. That's it. Chalo so jao. Definitely the Sharira needs Nidra. So, but how many hours? 5 hours, 6 hours. But more than that, it is not need, it's a greed. So that balancing between needing, giving exactly the needed sleep and not beyond that is called as the Upadhi named Sharira is managed or brought into our control. It takes time. We have to reach that. In the same way, the Pranamaya Kosha. It is hungry because it has to get food and manage the whole personality. Therefore, when the hunger is there, definitely food has to be given. How much? This much. Then more the tongue wants, isn't it? Etc. उसको हमें control करना है. In this way, for some years or lives, Upadhis managing in this way we have to do. Like when you take 5 hour children to a picnic, first thing is you manage them. उसको तैयार करो, कपड़े पहनाओ, उनको अपने गाड़ी में बिठाओ, वहाँ ले जाओ, फिर उनको all the cares you tell them not to go here and there. Then you start playing with them. First you have to manage them. You have to wake them up. It's a holiday. You get them dressed up and then tell them catch your bags, sit in the vehicle. इसी तरह each of our upadhis have to be well woken up, well dressed up, well managed. Then you take them to the picnic. What is the picnic of it? Trying to be the sakshi of the upadhis. As long as the children are not in our control, you cannot play with them, nor you can control them, or make them do what you want. अब चिल्लाते रहते हैं, लाइक अभी कैंप्स में बच्चों से कुछ गेम खिलाना. The children themselves, they are shouting so much. You cannot teach them the instructions. That's why in NCC and all, first standard ease, then attention. After attention only, instructions are given. The theoretical instructions. Then the practical, forward, march and all of that. When the upadhis are at ease standing, you can never control them. They have to be brought into attention. Then you make them do what they have to do. What they have to do at the Adhyatmic level, only the buddhi is required for doing vicharana. Baki sare, they should not become a liability. That's it. उनसे ज़्यादा काम नहीं है when it come to Vedantic मार्ग. Yesterday, last 7 days, 8 days, next 2 days, how thoroughly we are drilled into Vivasishtaji regarding the greatest and highest and most important sadhana of vichara we are listening. Lucky we are. Very, very lucky to study the present portion of Yoga Vasishtha Mahaраmayana of Shama, Vichara, then Sadhu Sangama and Santosh. Santosh and Sadhu Sangama. So, in this way, when the upadhis are that way brought, integrated, then we develop the attitude of Sakshi Bhava to them. शरीर है managed. Beyond that, I am a Sakshi. Prana में कुछ है. It is required food given, neither more nor less. It is trained like that. Like you train the dogs, only 4 or 6 biscuits in the morning. 2 for दोपहर में, शाम को. It will ask more, you won't give. So to the fishes in the aquarium. This much only done. ज़्यादा दें तो खा के मर जाएंगे वो. Eating, they die because they have nothing to do. So if you give more out of your compassion, they eat and die. That's why limited quantity for their survival is given. Water, a plant also. जितना पानी चाहिए उतना ज़्यादा डालो तो the roots get totally spoiled only, rotten in the water. Upadhis also, when they are given more than what they need, they get rotten. We don't give exactly. Mind what it wants nothing. Mind is only to communicate through the senses what is the outer thing to the intellect. He should be a mere clerk. A dispatching clerk, he cannot attend to any file. He has no right to answer any of those files, nor he has right to do any signature on that. He is a clerk, that's all. Clerk only will give the files to the officers. They are the ones who scrutinize and pass on the bills or orders. How can the clerk do? But in our case, everything is done by the clerk only. है ना माइंड इतना ही है मन का काम. Is it doing that? Yeah. Since how many days the mind is given a chance of projection or imagination or emotion? Not at all last 5 years. You are a Mahayogi. No, no, no. Every moment it's a mind only. It imagines and projects and all. You are a Rogi. Manasika Rogi. Spiritual Manasika Rogi. We have managed it. There is no role of the mind at all in our life. Mind has only one relation we have to maintain with it. You know what is it? Never mind. Never mind the mind. Hush. What relation you have with your servants? Just shut up. Do what I tell. That's it. What I give, you take it, go. Can a servant give any order to us? Suggestion also. How can a servant give suggestion? इतना बेवकूफ है क्या? Don't we know what is needed? Same way, when the buddhi is very pakka with the Shastra Jnana as to what is the goal, what is sadhana, what it needs to get a suggestion from the mind. I know I studied Shastra, I know the Guru taught me, I know what to do, I know is the buddhi is saying. Then why the mana? Sure, you just listen, that's it. In that way, we have to put lot of efforts in managing all of them, isn't it? Like every part of the vehicle is properly nutted or bolted or screwed or tightened properly. All that is ensured, then sit and put your gear and move. So all these are our parts. They have to be put in their place, like in an office. Everybody are put in their place physically and in their works. Then silently सब काम कर रहे हैं तो ऑफिस का काम हो रहा है. See that 7:30 office is empty. 8:30 one by one starts coming. 9:15 all garbage is over. Everybody is set. 9:30 to 12:30 silently they are all doing their work. स्कूल में भी आप देखो चिल्ला के बच्चे इतने जाते हैं. 10 घंटे बचे. Then everybody stand for Janagadamana and Vande Mataram. Then again sound they go to their classes. Then silently each class that subject is discussed. Right? Everywhere in the whole world like that. In the same way in our life also. Every faculty is called, they are given their due orders, let them do. Train it that way. Thereafter, slowly, because our goal is Nirupadhika Brahma, from these Upadhis to get out, there is no second sadhana required, needed. Every other sadhana is only binding. Only one was am a sakshi to them. In this effort, when we try for many, many years our lives, that our identity with the Upadhi, which was so habitual, that we are able to dissociate, which is very essential. This is the crux of Vedanta. If it is not understood, accepted, we are not fit for Vedanta. You can do upasana, bhakti, pray to God with His grace, this world, that world, every bhoga you can get. Enjoy, go, but not fit for the moksha. When that bhava, sakshi bhava is maintained for a long time, then anytime we sit, upadhis are remembered and they are given their position. Now you stay there. I am your Sakshi. I have nothing to do with you. Then the nature of Sakshi Sachidananda must be in that. Every day we keep on doing this till it becomes a natural habit. Then what? Then what? You are liberated. That's called moksha. As simple as that. Who are you? आई एम द निरुपाधिक ब्रह्मन. हो गया. दिस इज व्हाट यू हैव टू अचीव. हाँ, again you come back to Upadhi level, do what required. But Munirna Vyamoham Bhajati Guru Diksha Kshatatamaha. Guru Diksha Kshatatamaha Muni Vyamoham न भजति. यस्य चित्तं ब्रह्मणि रमते नंदति 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 एव. चिदानंद रूप शिवोहम. All of that are no more words now. I am living it. See the beauty of it. We are struggling to understand the words now, struggling to understand the sentences, struggling to understand the meaning of that sentence, and digest those things and relate it with our sadhana. सबसे important. ये साधना है, इसको साधना कहते हैं, ये मेरा साधना है, मुझे ये करना है. तो उसमें अभी आए नहीं हम. After that, then all these processes, everything is clear. Outer world, my role, responsibility, my relation with it. Upadhis, role, responsibility, relation. Pakka, spick and span. At higher level, more and more we are in the Nirupadhika sthiti. So Upadhika, unless it is urgent, we come. That's called Mamekam Sharanam Braja. Because in that there is moksha. Why do you want to go out into that heat or cold and suffer when you are in your room very comfortable? In the self, when I am so infinitely happy and comfortable, why do I need to identify with the finite trouble causing upadhis? कोई अकलमंद बंदा ऐसा नहीं करता. आई एम वेरी पीसफुल हैप्पी, आई एम बोर्ड ऑफ इट, चलो लेट मी गो आउट एंड फाइट विथ अदर्स एंड get kicked and get miserable and come back. Nobody does it. It is other way around. At home, the wife is beating left and right. Therefore, to get relaxation, he goes out. Isn't it? Not the other way around. So when I am in my Brahmanubhava sthiti, why need I to go anywhere out? If I go, I will keep my Anubhava intact. And then small little play, anything to be done, I do and come. In this, there are gradations. Somebody from here, Shariradi maintenance, they come little out of the gufa of their self, give the food to the body, go back. Go back means they are in that only, but this much they do. Like in Mandukya, it is said, Chala Chala Niketa Hacha Yeteri Yadruchiko Bhavet. Some others have responsibility given or taken to be at the Upadhi level, to work so much in the world. Yet they are intact in their self experience. Out of them come, some are the writers of the books, some are the writers of the poems, some are the givers of pravachanas, some are the ones who start the organizations, they run them. इसमें तीन तरह के लोग होते हैं, है ना. जो मुक्त होकर कर रहे हैं, जो साधना के लिए कर रहे हैं, जो करते हुए फंस रहे हैं, है ना. करते हुए फंसने वाले इमेच्योर पीपल. So called spiritual things only they are doing, but they are lost in it with the competitions, with the jealousies, etc. तो उनको फिर लक्ष्य पता नहीं चला. The ones who knew the lakshya, they do this work for the sadhana. See, I am starting an organization, I am doing this work for my antakarana shuddhi so that I can reach Paramatma. We are in the second level. We are not deluded. We know all these classes are done for antakarana shuddhi. There is nothing to worry about its external outcome. At the third level, reached out. So, as we were guided by our gurus, if they were not there, we would have never got it. Now we got it, so let's give it to others. ये तीन लोग बाहर जो काम करने वाले, उसमें पहला वाला फंसा रहता है, दूसरा साधना, तीसरा सिद्ध. दैट सिद्ध पुरुषों में people do aggressive work, people do mediocre, we do very less work, some of them don't even do. They only are waiting for the body to fall. Some of them take even permission like Parikshit and all. Let the body go in its way. I am withdrawing right now. Some of them, they make the body perish. They have that yoga agni, they burn the sharira. It is not an issue to them. I have zarurat nahi hai in self. And what is the prarabdha and all, I don't care. Just Panchamabhutas, take the sharira. I can't have any bhoj of that now. No, these are also yogis are there, different types. I'm just telling which is not the immediate relevant topic. Our immediate relevant topic is through the study of Shastra every day, how much clear we are becoming in our intellectual understanding. Then the acceptance, then abidance. Maybe continue our study, continue our contemplation, continue keeping on getting the clearer picture, understanding. May we start getting convinced also of giving more importance value for the Adhyatmika sadhana and pragati than anything else. And with all the Shastra studied, still we can vote for the Maya only. That's the most dangerous thing. सब जानते हैं शास्त्र बट फिर भी दुनियादारी में मतलब इन दैट केस ईश्वर एंड गुरु कृपा नहीं हुआ एट दैट टाइम आई हैव टू रियलाइज अरे आई एम स्टडिंग ऑल शास्त्र स्टिल आई एम लॉस्ट इन द वर्ल्ड सो कहाँ से चाबी मिलेगा वेर इन आई डू साधना विच आई वाई सेल्फ आई एम स्टडिंग एवरी डे चाबी कैसा मिलेगा दैट इज वेयर द ईश्वर गुरु कृपा फॉर दैट द उपासना ये भगवान है ना enough of all this, turn me towards that, turn me towards that. Actually in that our own sankalpa, we only are doing the positive sankalpa of going toward the self, and that works wonders. Yes, that Ishvara is there, Guru are there, their tapashakti is there, that works. That when works, all the spiritual thing which we know, we start bringing all that to our surface of intellect, we start using it for our sake. अभी डेटा कलेक्शन में है, उसके बाद उसका जरूरत को महसूस करना, फिर उसको उठाकर यूज करना है कि नहीं. यूज करना ही सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज. दैट्स कॉल्ड साधना. यूजिंग द नॉलेज गेन्ड बाय अस, isn't it? Like we brought all the groceries. Now use them, cook the food and eat. Same way, we are gathering knowledge. We are not. We have to be mature to know that this knowledge is to use, so that actually we reach to that experience of moksha. And such people are only countable on the fingertips. Then the majority are only at the upadhi samsara level. Just because of that, we should not be carried away by that. कि अच्छा ऐसे ही जीना कि सब ऐसे हैं, सब दुनियादारी कर रहे हैं. How can I be spiritual, Swamiji? You are given that chance. You have traveled in many, many lives, spiritual unfoldment, and have come to this level. And a doctor can't say, "But there are 2,000 patients are there. How can I be a doctor? Chalo, let me be a patient." Are you have studied your medicine for 10, 12 years. You have known all the knowledge. You are a doctor. You can't be a patient. So too, we are a sadhak. We are not samsari. That we have to realize. It's a self-dignity. It's a self-respect. And what is the doubt? To understand it or accept it. Such a clarity. Clearly, the gurus have chosen us. One after the other satsangas they are giving us. It's not just accidental. It is we deserve and they are kind. So that should be an authority or pramana for us to understand and accept that we are sadhakas, we have to do sadhana. Isn't it? जैसे लड़की शादी के बाद her life is new. She'll have to go into the in-laws place, slowly detached from parents. She has to do, if she is emotionally caught up, she cannot be doing justice to her in-laws place. So too, when we are selected for the spiritual environment, if we don't get detached from the general outer world, then we can't do justice spiritually. At home, when that girl doesn't take care of the in-laws' house, the in-laws suffer. But in case of life, when we don't shift to spirituality, we suffer. And that is more worse. After getting all the opportunity and guidance, if you have not matured to choose to shift to this life exclusively. And who helps us at that regard is in that place is the Mahatmas, Gurus who have already reached the goal. Look at them. Imagine that they were also like us at once upon a time. They were also at this position at one time. So they have chosen to be that and they gave up this. They reached. That's called Mahajano Yena Gatassa Pantha. That is the right path where the great people have reached, through which Yudhishthira's answer to Yaksha Prashna. Isn't it? There are few Jivan Mukta Purushas. Few means compared to the other millions of jivas that are coming and going. For us, the Adarsha should be them. The Prerana should be from them. The Lakshya should be what they are already reached in. Wow. The doctor should look at other doctors who are working day in and out to serve the patients. He cannot look at the patients and say, I may be a patient banunga. In that way. So, from the top thing, if you say, Nirupadhika Brahma, Sakshi to the Upadhi, Drashta to the outer world, doing minimum of our dharma and not getting entangled in anything. Bas, these are the 5 things. If you thoroughly understand and start doing, when we are doing what is to be done, what has to happen will happen. That's why they give the example. Beautiful, the snake. When it goes through that tree or any of the branch, its skin is left behind and it moves ahead, never looks back. The same way with these practices, we just go through into the Brahmanubhuti, giving back or leaving back the Jiva, Upadhi, Tadatma and Samsara. Very good example of that snake leaving its skin and moving ahead. I have no interest in it. Every fruit is like that. The outer skin we throw it, it was there protecting that fruit to bring it to me. Now my goal is not skin, fruit. और केला खा के छिलका फेंकना पैकेट होता है उसमें लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स वी बाय ईट द थिंग इनसाइड आफ्टर ओपनिंग पैकेट थ्रो द पैकेट द आत्मन इज द कंज्यूमेबल गुड everything else is package. That will be realized slowly, takes time. We are giving qualitatively, we are giving, continue it. Where is safest position we are in? We have booked AC compartment, seated, train is traveling. You need not get you nothing to worry. Utro mat bus pahunch jao. You and I also in this train of regular study of Upanishads. Don't leave it. Of the class also, if we can spend time to contemplate, it will help more. Journey will be little faster. And what else we have to do? There's nothing much of it. And small little things where we involve, उसमें से थोड़ा टाइम निकाल के और इंटेंसली करने से जल्दी होता है बस. May Lord bless us. May we receive the blessings and make right use. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahanavatu Sahanam Bhunaktu Saviryam Garavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharshibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha Yerime Guruvi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakyata Sarva Vedantaha Tan Nityam Pranatosmyaham Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kruta Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Nidhaya Sarva Vidyanam Bishaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshina मूर्तये नमः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं जगतीमवितुं कलिताकृतयो विचरन्ति महामहसच्चरतः अहिमां श्रीवात्र विभासि गुरो भव शङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यमेकं नित्यविमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः संकल्प तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणेव मोक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वअध्यात्मिकप्रगति धर्मसंस्थापकानां निरन्तर दिग्विजयार्थं कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदा अद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे आदौ पारायणं 11 to 15. Let us do the chanting in third chapter. अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः ॐ सर्वाननशिरोग्रीवः सर्वभूतगुहाशयः सर्वव्यापी स भगवान् तस्मात् सर्वगतः शिवः महान् प्रभुर्वै पुरुषः सत्त्वस्यैष प्रवर्तकः सुनिर्मलामिमां प्राप्तिम् ईशानो ज्योतिरव्ययः अङ्गुष्ठमात्रः पुरुषोऽन्तरात्मा सदा जनानां हृदये सन्निविष्टः हृदामन्वीषः मनसा विक्लुप्तः य एतद्विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ति सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपात् स भूमिं विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठद्दशाङ्गुलं पुरुष एवेदगं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यम् उतामृतत्वस्य ईशानः यदन्येन अतिरोहति ओम शांति 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 ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम् अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ओम शांति शांति शांति. Friends, seventh mantra, so beautiful. Udgitametat paramam tu brahma. Feel the meaning of that. Paramam Brahma is there and he is Udgita. He is Udrutya Gita. There are two things. That he is spoken exhaustively, extensively, having separating him from Karya Karana, expression of himself. Second meaning of Udgita means in the achievement of that Brahmanamurti alone is moksha. This also is repeatedly spoken. That is the ultimate goal. Then what is the position of this Triputi? Tasmin Trayam. They are all in him only. And what is his position from his side towards these three things? Supratishta. Okay? The Triputi of Bhokta, Bhogya, Prerita. Okay? From their standpoint, their position is they are in the Brahman only. Tasmin Trayam. From the Paramatma standpoint, what is his position towards them? He is the Supratishta of them. Now, what is the position of Paramatma from his own standpoint? He is Aksharam. Tasmin Trayam, Supratishta, Aksharam. If these three words are grasped, understood, these three are in him. Without him, they are not there. He, from their standpoint, is a Pratishtha. But because his Pratishtha of them, is he getting modified? No. What is position? It is remaining as Aksharam. Beautiful, no? Now they see the next level. Atra antaram brahmavido viditva. The ones who are able to find all the means to negotiate and travel through these triputi of bhokta, bhogya, preritara without getting affected and stopped by anywhere and goes to reach that Brahman. That is the meaning of Atra Antaram Brahma Vido Viditva. Anywhere it is like that, If it in the fifth room you have to find something, the four rooms you have to, four doors you have to cross one by one without getting caught up anywhere. That art we have to know. That is why Antaram was explained by Bhashyakara so clearly here, and the Rishi in other Upanishads which we quoted. Antaram inside, like Bhagwan Praveshita, Pravesha Shruti. Antara Shruti is how we go from the outer to the inner kosha slowly, slowly, and final most kosha also we transcend reach. The technique we have to digest. That's the purpose of studying the Upanishads. And that technique we have to practice. That's called sadhana. To such an extent we have to go to that Leena Brahmani. We become one with the Brahma Tattva. Thereafter the outcome of it is Yoni Muktaha. No more Janma Marana. And who can do all these things? Only one. That is Tatparaha. Tatparatva. Tadeva Paramalakshya. No Anya Lakshya. Isn't it? Now in our minds, intellects, because of asana and so much of other reasons, and not thoroughly studied Shastras, we have all many other things also important, doables, gainables, reachables. As long as anything other than Brahman is taken by us as doable, reachable, gainable, we are samsari. Only the Brahman have to gain. That is called tatparata. And there is nothing like, there's a logic for it. It is not emotional or, compulsion. The logic is because Brahman alone is real, other are kalpita. Because you give value to them, they are appearing real. Brahman, you are not valuing it, therefore it is devalued by you. You are ignorant. Now be wise. What is wisdom? Brahman alone is real. Obtaining him alone is mukti. Therefore, I have to try for only that. This is called as wisdom. Aina? Like, why you have to speak truth? It is not sentimental, emotional that you have to speak truth, we should avoid the lie. No. Speaking truth is the only safest way. It is the beauty of life. In the speaking of untruth, we'll be unnecessarily falling into troubles. What is there? Why do you have to be honest? Why can't be dishonest? Why should not the cheat people? Why should be honest? Are why? That's the way the life is. Common sense, no? In the same way, why we have to seek Brahman? Because he is reality. In the realization of him alone, moksha. This thing understanding is called Shastra Jnana understood. If it is not yet understood, we are in moha. What is moha? Not knowing and accepting Paramatma as the lakshya. Therefore, taking the Jagat as Lakshya is Moha, is the delusion, is the confusion. We are all in that only. That is why Dukrum Karane Nahi Nahi Rakshate. Then what Rakshate? Bhaja Govindam Rakshate. Why? Govinda is reality, all else is unreal. Mithya. It has only Vyavaharika Upayogita, Sadhana Upayogita, the Jagat. It can never have the importance as a Lakshya. Lakshya is only Paramatma. See, through the study of Shastras, can we become clearer about this? Then we are blessing ourselves. The Lord, Guru, and Shastra are already blessing us. We have to bless ourselves. Our blessing ourselves is minding this knowledge, accepting this knowledge. The ego or any other things which are not allowing us to accept this knowledge, we have to sort them. Like when you have to do good thing, your own people at home, they object. आपको दान धर्म करनी है. Your wife says, no, don't give to all unwanted people, useless. Keep all the wealth for our children only. He says, भाई उनके लिए रखा हूँ, थोड़ा करना पुण्य. She said, नहीं. तो उनको बिठा कर बोलना पड़ता. Whatever we have is not because what we are working now. We have done dana in our earlier life. उसका पुण्य फल ये है. If we do now, then next time, हाँ अच्छा ठीक है. Then the wife will understand. In the same way, Paramatma alone is Lakshya. We have to bring that conviction to us. That is called the wisdom. For that, हमें जो भी obstruction है, बुद्धि वाला, मन वाला, ego वाला, उनको समझाना पड़ता है. That is what is contemplation. In contemplation, what do we do? First, we understand clearly the nature of Paramatma is glory. Second, we understand him to be the goal. Third, we understand all else not only cannot be the goal, it only is the illusion, it only binding. This is called contemplation. In the contemplation only, therefore, the technique of withdrawing, detaching from all nonsense and identifying with the self. विचारणा में ही सब होता है. That is the meaning of avichara kruto bandha vicharena nivartayet. So in this mantra, that is the beauty of tatpara. Leena brahmani tatparaha yoni muktaha. That line itself is a complete line. Tatparaha brahmani leena tatparaha yoni muktaha. And those who are not tatparaha, they are not leena in the brahman, they are leena in the jiva and they are tadatmya. They are not yoni mukta, they are all yoni baddha. Means again and again, janma, jara, roga, mrityu. Maybe little pleasures here and there, but the very minute or micro, the other things are only this. The biggest struggle throughout life is to maintain these upadhis, manage these upadhis. बड़ा बर्धन भोज है ना. भोज ढोना गधे को आदत हो गया, वो गधा है. ह्यूमन बीइंग ऑल्सो उपाधियों को ढोने का आदत हो गया, ये ह्यूमन गधा. And for the donkey, it cannot unload, unfortunate. Only the owner has to unload. But you and I, as human donkey, we can unload. The donkey is more intelligent or lucky than us because it cannot unload, it can't help. But we can unload the donkey boj. Still, we are not unloading. We are more बेवकूफ than that. है कि नहीं. उपाधियों का बोझ हम दूर कर सकते हैं, गधा नहीं कर सकता. So if I say that मैं अपने उपाधियों का बोझ छोड़ नहीं सकता हूँ, so without saying we are accepting that we are gada. Isn't it? We need not say. When I say, oh Lord, I cannot give up these upadhis and all, so says, oh Lord, you gave me human body, but I am donkey inside. Tatparaha brahmani linaha yonimuktaha. Tatparaha, how brahmani linaha? Atra antaram viditva. How do they know the antaram, how to enter inside? Brahma vidaha, because they studied the Vedanta from the Gurus. And to do that, they have to withdraw from the outer world. How did they withdraw from the outer world of Tripati? They understood that they are only projections, they are rooted in the Paramatma, they need to gain values. Tasmin Trayam Supratishta Aksharam. And for that also again Shruti. Udgitam etat paramam tu Brahma. Udgitam etat paramam tu Brahma. Tasmin Trayam Supratishta Aksharam. अत्र अंतरम ब्रह्मविदः विदित्वा लीनाः ब्रह्मणि तत्पराः योनिमुक्ता. See, ये श्लोक में ना एक एक शब्द इम्पोर्टेंट. That is why I was fascinated. Slowly we are trying to get maximum knowledge. भाष्यकार also guided us so much. So essence हमको मिल गया तो बढ़िया. In our struggle of studying Upanishad, every mantra's essence, when we are trying to understand, we are becoming little subtler. First, intellectual subtlety to understand what is said is required. Then the purity. What is the purity? Only Paramatma have to gain, nothing else. That purity of Tatparata. Then naturally, when I want only this, not the other, strongly, other things definitely they leave us, I leave them. Like you decided to come to the class morning, it is effortless now to keep the other things away at this time. It's not at all effort. बस साथ थोड़ा अपना class है गए बस. Once you have committed for this, these other things ooze away. We have to become committed for our goal. Hey Bhagwan, give us this commitment very soon to the goal. May we use every moment of our life, every ability, energy, or the wakeful hours only to reach you. Say तथास्तु हे भगवान. अकल दो भगवान, अभी मूढ़ता में है हम. Still we are doubting you, O God. Still we are doubting the Guru, O God. Still we are doubting the Shastras, O Lord. Still we are doubting the Shastrokta Paramatma as the goal, O Lord. Still we are doubting when the Shastra said that this world is illusory and it is Mayika and it binds. O Lord, at no place we are getting any clarity. Still, please give us clarity, firmness. Please, this way bless us, protect us. Because this is the real blessing. Any other thing is the curse in disguise only. When we ask the Lord, whatever the Lord gives us other than Paramatma is a curse in disguise of a blessing. And whatever we ask the Lord other than Paramatma, it is again invoking the curse in disguise of prayer. Bhagavan never wants to give us anything other than Himself. But we only in our delusion ask Him everything other than Him. Therefore, anything, everything other than God, we are getting it. And that alone is becoming the cause of our bandhana samsara. विचित्र सिर्फ भगवान में मोक्ष है, सिर्फ उनके अलावा सब में बंधन है और हम सब में फंसे हैं, भगवान को नहीं पा रहे. और जो भी हम पाया उन्होंने दिया, लेकिन जो हमने मांगा, देखो, this means I have to feel it for myself. कि I by my choice, having asked the Lord, I got this thing in which I am bound. Now I with my wisdom have to change my choice from asking Him from this world to the Tattva Paramatma only. Then accordingly only He will start giving me that, not this. That's what na ye yatha mam prapadyante tan tatha eva bhajami. Whoever surrenders to me with whatever their desire, I'll give them. If you want the upadhi and if you want the world, I give that. But it, they are their own limitations of janma, jara, roga, marana. Uska tarika ही है. Like if you join army, you have to face the enemies and the bullets. That is what is the job there. If you don't want it, don't join it. If you are a doctor, you will have only patients around you. You have to treat them. No, but then why do you choose that? I didn't give you. You asked it. My job is to give you what you want. Yeta mam prapadyante tan tatha. And still the offer is always open. From now onwards, you can ask for spirituality. I'll give you that. That's the meaning of ninth chapter. Apichet sudurajara. Till now, you lived only life of worldliness. But bhajate mam ananya bhak. From now on, you seek only Paramatma. Ananya bhak is important. That we miss it. I want you only, nothing. Sadhureva samantavya क्षिप्रम भवति. है कि नहीं? लाइक इन दुकान में वो पूरा दिखाई जा रहा है, दिखाई जा रहा है, क्योंकि यू हैव आस्क्ड इट. इफ यू से दैट नहीं, ये वाला नहीं, वो आप बताओ ना, ही विल रिमूव ऑल दैट, ही विल डिस्प्ले दैट थिंग. We are asking the Lord world and worldliness. He is giving it. If you say I want Paramatma Tattva, He removes all of that and He gives this. उनको क्या फर्क पड़ता है? जो आप मांगो दे, दोनों को तमाशा देखेंगे. So our choice for Paramatma should become exclusive. That is the outcome of our study of Shastra, whether that results in 1 year, 10 years, 1 life, 10 lives. That's the Tatpara word we have explained, right? Now we are going into the next mantra. See, in this next mantra, what is the Sambandha Bhashya? Nanu Advitiye Paramatmani Abhyupagamya Mane. When the final conclusion is Paramatma and his Ekameva Advayam, Jiveshwarayorapi Vibhaga Abhavat. Then there is no presence of Vibhaga of Jiva and Ishvara. Then लीना ब्रह्मणीति जीवानाम ब्रह्म एकत्व परालय श्रुति. The Shruti in which the Laya is talked about, the Jiva merged in the Ishvara, it is Anubhavanna, it is invalid. Because if there are two, one is separated from the other, and this can be merged in it, then you can merge it. But you yourself that Brahma is one without second, and Nirguna Ityadi. So what Guru said is from the Laksha Drishti. He is misunderstanding it and avoiding the sadhana to be done. वो मन ऐसे ही काम करता है बुद्धि उसको कन्विंस करना पड़ता है राइट लॉजिक से therefore इति आशंक्य therefore अनुपन्न इति एव आशंक्य नौ व्यवहार अवस्थायां जीव ईश्वरयोः उपादिता विभागं दर्शयित्वा at the व्यवहार अवस्था there is difference between jiva and ishvara on the basis of upadhi. So at the vyavahara avastha when there is a difference because of the upadhi bheda, there the sadhana is to be done. In the sadhana, first the upadhis are offered to the total upadhi. Later on, the it becomes easier to realize the nirupadhika brahma tattva. So that's why the beauty of this topic. What is indicated as lakshya, where this nirguna brahma ekamevadvayam is our goal. But at the sadhana kala, sadhana happens with the upadhi in the vyavaharik jagat. When we do all of that, then we reach there. Like Sarvadharman Parityajya is after doing all Sarvadharma and clearing all our debts to the world. Then Parityajya. The one who does all the dharma, he alone knows that now I am paripakva in fulfilling all my dharma. Nothing remaining for me to do. Therefore, it's naturally it goes away. I involve in the paramadharma of Mamekam Sharanam Raja. In the same way, at the Upadhisthai, when we, in the pampering our personal Upadhi, when we serve the other Upadhis through these Upadhis, then the cause of identifying this Upadhi called Vasanas, when they go away, thereafter we need not serve the other Upadhis also. Then, nor even our Upadhis become any obstruction. Then, Upadhi ko udhar rakh ke, we can discover our Brahma Tattva. So, what is the leenata there then? We are never other than Brahman, but we have worn the clothes of Upadhis. Unclothing our clothes is called Brahman. For unclothing, we take the help of the Samashti Upadhi Yukta Ishvara, we serve him with our Upadhis to detach ourselves from the Upadhi. Like you attach to your own children and serve them only. You'll never know that there are the children of the Lord, thousands and thousands in the world, they can also be served, etc. Isn't it? Taking care of the children is minimum, it's beginning only, not everything. Because they are born to you, when you are told that they are born to you, you must take care, you take care. It's the beginning, not the end. The end is what? Like these children, all are my children only. So let me take care of all. In trying to do that, the identity with these stupid, useless children, you are coming out of. Good for nothing fellows, eat away our whole life. And all energies, stresses, and attentions. In some houses, the children don't do that. They are free birds. They give us freedom. But a stupid parent attached to them. मेरा पुत्र मेरा पुत्र कहाँ है कहीं जी रहा है वो गधा like any child. But we are attached. We are told to bring up the child to improve the love in us and to do the dharma. Instead of that, we get attached, confused. Same way, the upadhis are given first to get out of upadhi, the adhatma, by using the same upadhi to serve the total upadhi called Ishvara. The effort of that leads to what? The inner tendencies which are forcing us to identify with this upadhi, they should go away. That is called Shuddha of the Antakarana, Shuddhi of the Antakarana. And unless I serve other children, I will not detach from my children. Unless I serve the total world, I will not detach from my upadhis. What we are given a chance to the serve world is to get detached from our upadhi. Because we don't have this clarity or knowledge, we serve the world, but you get salary again to identify with this upadhi. That's the Bevakufi. That we have to set right. Only in the Vedantic Shravana, all these clarities come. I am in this world to serve the world, to come out of identity with my upadhi so that I realize my Nirupadhika Brahma and get moksha, yoni muktaha. Yoni mukta means under compulsion we are not thrown into any of the yoni. By choice we can enter into any yoni and we serve it but not bound. Yoni muktaha matlab he will not be compelled. There are no vasana, there is no ajnana. He has realized himself. Still he can take any yoni and work if required. Not for him, he has fulfilled himself. Right? Then vyavaharavastayam jiveshwarayo upadita vibhagam darshayitva tad vijnanad amrutatvam darshayit. So at the vyavahara dasha, because of the upadhi, there is a difference between jiva and Ishvara, and in that the Ishvara is our Lord, we are his servant, then we have to only serve him. And all that is what? To reach out of the, away from, to move away from the upadhi. Once that is achieved, then drop the upadhi, and our goal is what? Tad vijnanat amrutatvam darshayati. Tad means here that in upadhika Brahma. That's what in our introduction beautifully saw. Without nirupadhika Brahmanubhuti, there is no moksha. Without detaching from our own upadhi, we cannot enter into nirupadhika Brahma. Without using these upadhis totally for the samashti upadhi, we cannot detach from the individual upadhis. That is what in our Taittiriya Upanishad. 2, 3, 4 times it has come. From the individual to the total, from the individual to the total. Shuru may be, Bhad may be. This we have to realize. See the clarity, Goal is my Nirguna Brahma. That is on the Sita meditation. Meditation I can do only when I detach from the Upadhis. The Upadhi detachment happens when I work for the world with the Upadhi. Therefore, take the Upadhis, work for the world, detach from the Upadhis, sit, try to go to the Nirguna Brahma. जितना हो सके उतना नहीं हो पाया वही उपाधि तादाद में गेट अप टू द सर्विस टू द वर्ल्ड. In this effort, all vasanas making us identify with the upadhi go away. Thereafter, only two things remain. Minimum, whatever I have to do, the world I do. Other than that, I am in nirvadika prayatna only. करते करते वो अनुभव आएगा. All other jobs or professions or works are zero now. Nothing more other than this. That's called Purna Sadhaka Lakshana. Such people are the ones who are symbolically shown to be in the ashramas, in the gufa. First, they come out for taking care of little body, then they are inside. What are they doing inside? They are trying to identify with the Nirupadhika Brahma. उपाधि से उनको जो ऋण चुकाना है दुनिया के लिए कर दे वो लोग. That's how they are left free. They are left free. Then only they can go. If they are not left free, कोई और ऋण बचा है तो कितना भी करो घसीट कर ले आएंगे उनको दुनिया में. Like so many people taken up sannyasa. What do you mean by sannyasa? Go into ashram, sit there, meditate, no. But how come they are in the world? Because they are being gazetted. Because the clearance is not done fully. Like I have a lot of runa to this world. I cannot clear it by any other means. Because I am sannyasi. The only way is चिल्लाते जाओ सुबह शाम सुबह. And जब खत्म हो जाएगा ऋण, then suddenly one day it happens. It can be this life or 10 lives. Over with Upadhi serving the world. I'll go to Nirupadhi. For everyone, this is the way. I am in this ashram, you are in your grahastha ashram, your own family, neighbors, friends. Without your initiative, whatever they command, ask and that is legitimate. You are doing it. One day suddenly it will click. ऐसा हो गया अभी खत्म. Clicks inside. वो जब ऋण खत्म होता है. It's a great feeling. Thereafter, even if you want, you cannot hold the world. Before the clearance happens, even if you want to leave, you can't leave. That's the difference. When we have not yet cleared ourselves, even in the class or meditation, we remember samsara only. But when the clearance happened, like the Sadgurus, Mahatmas and Jivan Muktas and Bhagwan, they are in the world, but they are not in the world. That is the meaning of Munir na vyamoham bhajati Guru Diksha Kshatatamaha. We are in sadhana's seat, but we remember samsara. They are in the so-called samsara, as we say, but they are never attached. They are in the Brahman. Kyunki they have cleared all the runa. They reach the Brahman inside. They are testing it by going outside. When they go out, still they are in Brahman only, nothing is touching them. Munirna Vyamoham Bhajati Guru Diksha Kshatanama. Fantastic text. It is very reveling only. मजा आ रहा है एक एक मंत्र वहाँ. And complement it with our Yoga Vasishta class as well as this one. It is complete. So, very clear. Nirupadhika Brahma is goal, but right now we are identifying the Upadhi. To get rid of the Upadhi, we have to serve the Upadhi. Therefore, the Upadhi is Sthai, there is Jiva Ishvara Bheda. See the difficulty for the Guru to make the disciple understand, double difficulty for the disciple also to understand and balance. He feels like Nirupadhika should be goal. But then again, what to do? The Upadhi आना पड़ रहा है मुझे. Yeah, that is there right now. You serve the Ishvara. Clarity क्या है इसमें? With the Vyashti Upadhi, I serve the Samashti Upadhi to get detached from the Vyashti Upadhi attachment or identity. So that I become Nirupadhika. This picture, if it is clear, acha, theek hai, now I have to be in this world, what I have to do, what for I have to do, is very clear. Once clarity comes, he is matured now. He will not be bound anywhere because his picture is clear. He only goes to that part of the world where he'll have to do sadhana. Anywhere he goes only as sadhaka. And sadhaka is serve the samashti through the veshti for the detachment from the veshti upadhi. Goal is nirupadhika Brahman. These are all to be done every day. Just like any of the काम में let us say molding an ornament. थोड़ा थोड़ा करता है फिर से देखता है. थोड़ा करता है like the painter. Little paint दूर जाके देखता है बना कि नहीं. Or a sculpture. He does it little distant he goes and looks at it. So too, we try to meditate. You will not be able to meditate. You are come on this outside and say, अच्छा और भी वासना है खत्म करो. Again try for meditation. नहीं हो रहा है मतलब क्या हुआ और खत्म. In this way, slowly we have to go on clearing all the impurity. That is seen in our more hours of meditation, more deeper meditation. If you are able to choicefully sit for more and more time dhyana, more and more deep, means we are clearing our account outside. If that is not happening, means both account clear karna hai. Fir now be on the job of clearing the account. That is called karma yoga. Vigorously work and get out of nonsense. That is called as bhakti yoga. That is called as ashtanga yoga. They are all required. Without them done and purified, the Vedantic goal you can't achieve. How much ever it is sublime, how much ever you are convinced about it. That's why Adi Shankar Bhagavan, though he talks of Advaita Brahma as the Laksha, he tells all things also as sadhana. गीता में भी वही है. युद्ध क्यों करने को कहा भगवान? बिकॉज योर माइंड इज एट दैट एजिटेटेड लेवल. पहले इसको क्लियर करो, देन यू बोथ विल गो एंड सिट इन मेडिटेशन. Very beautiful when you understand Shastras. Now, Sanyuktametat Ksharamaksharancha Vyakta Vyaktam Bharate. ज्ञात्वा देवं मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः संयुक्तमेतत्क्षरमक्षरं च व्यक्ताव्यक्तं भरते विश्वमीशः अनीशश्चात्मा बध्यते भोक्तृभावात् ज्ञात्वा देवं मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः. Friends, unless these associated things are explained, the main sloka cannot be understood. Because this is not an ordinary statement of a politician, you elect me, I'll do it for you. That is very clear, whether he does it or not. The Upanishadic statements are so varied and deep, unless the associated things are told, the exact thing we can't catch there. That is why the Upanishad Adhyanam happens slowly. Literal meaning करके कह के आगे जाना is a formality. We are seated for formality. We are here to study the Shastra. And from that study, get the clear knowledge of goal and means. And then commit to the means and commit to the goal. For that we are seated. Then, when we are seated for it, our effort should be to be clear in that understanding. Whether it takes one effort, two efforts, three efforts, four attempts, doesn't matter. Now, with this background, it's very clear now. संयुक्तमेतत्क्षरमक्षरं च व्यक्ताव्यक्तं भरते विश्वमीशः अनीश्चात्मा बध्यते भोक्तृभावात् ज्ञात्वा देवं उच्यते सर्वभाषैः. Another precious, beautiful, complete shloka again, of which every word sentence, when we thoroughly study, digest, understand, little more clarity comes to us regarding sadhya sadhana. Tomorrow we'll see that. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Namaha. Tatsad Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you.